On a cool Friday evening. My name is Merle Bertrand. Very happy to be back with you tonight. Joined by the coach, Les Clary, back at the comfy, cozy Vype Live studios, keeping an eye and an ear on the broadcast. As tonight we've got the VandeGrift Vipers on the road for game number 3 of the district schedule against the McNeil Mavericks. The Vipers coming off a nice win at home against arch rival Vista Ridge on Tuesday night. Every game from here on out is a district game, of course, so this one a big one. A little revenge factor in play here as McNeil. We'll talk about it a little bit later in the pregame show. McNeil wiping out the Vipers twice last year, so a little revenge may be on the mind of the VandeGrift Vipers tonight. And let's go ahead and take a look at where things stand here in district play. Call it up and bring it over there. You see the standings obviously in the early going, but the Vipers coming into tonight part of a four-way tie for third place. Stony Point and Cedar Ridge unable to play on Tuesday night. I just saw that it was postponed. I don't know why. I assume it was a COVID situation with everything going on right now, but I don't know that for certain. They'll have to make that one up down the road. But you see there, Round Rock at 2-0 if they beat Westwood in an early season showdown. Stony Point at 1-0. Then you've got the Vipers, Westwood, Hutto, and Vista Ridge all at 1-1. Cedar Ridge at 0-1, and McNeil at 0-2 coming into tonight's ball game. The Mavericks, of course, under the dean of the district, Daryl Hageman, in his 30th year at McNeil, coming in at 5-16 overall. And as you see, they're 0-2 in the district after falling to Hutto 68-53 on Tuesday night. And the Vipers again coming in here now with an overall mark of 11-9, 1-1 in district play. The Vipers, they're really playing very good on defense. McNeil having some problems scoring points, so we'll keep an eye on that matchup and see how that shakes out as the night wears on. We'll take a quick break, be back in time for more of the pregame show. Want to make sure everything is dialed in and looking and sounding as good as it possibly can. You are watching VandeGrift Vipers basketball on the Vype Live Network.
What is Vype Live? Vype Live is one of the largest and most respected broadcast and live stream networks in the state of Texas. Vype Live broadcasts any sport you can think of for youngsters of any age, from Pee Wee and Pop Warner to high school, club, college, semi-pro, and beyond. We also broadcast plenty of academic, fine arts, and community-related events as well, and now as partners with Flow Sports. Email us at info@vypemedia.com to find out more. Vype Live, we bring your teams to you.
Texas Malibu is your exclusive dealer for the world's #1 water sports towboats, Malibu. Now with locations in Austin and Texas Ski Ranch in New Braunfels, we cover all of Central Texas. Come see the enthusiasts at Texas Malibu in Austin or Texas Ski Ranch in New Braunfels, or give them a call, 512-244-9777, or visit them online, texasmalibu.com. That's 512-244-9777. Then get on the water with your crew and make memories that'll last a lifetime. When you buy or sell a piece of property, it helps to have a friend in the business. Independence Title will pick up the ball on your transaction and take it right across the goal line. Independence is locally owned right here in Austin with deep roots in the VandeGrift community. Independence is also the Austin Business Journal's #1 title company. Work with the home team at Independence Title. Call 329-5299 or go to independencetitle.com.
Bertrand here, flying solo tonight. Happy to have you with us, producing play-by-play and camera, so bear with me if things get a little rocky from time to time. We do want to thank Mr. John Hatch and the VandeGrift Boys Basketball Booster Club and all the sponsors, you see them here on the screen, for making these broadcasts possible. Avalar Texas Real Estate and Agent Rhonda Drill, Bradley Basketball, Chicken Express, Cool Creek Family Dental, Gina Ront Realty, Independence Title with Mr. Brian Pittman, EXP Realty with Agent Alicia Gower-Machode, Malibu Boats, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, South Star Bank, and State Farm Insurance Agent Gary Shanahan. This will be the 8th meeting between these two ball clubs. McNeil now leads the overall series 4-3 after I mentioned it, sweeping the VandeGrift last year. Ironically, those were McNeil's only 2 district wins of the season, and it came at the hands in the matchup against the VandeGrift Vipers. So don't think the guys are back from last year's squad. Don't remember that coming into tonight's ball game. And by the way, kudos to Mavericks coach Dale Hageman, the first and only head basketball coach in the history of McNeil High School. Coach Hageman, in his 30th year at McNeil High School, captured his 600th career win during the Leander Lions tournament against Elgin on December 10th. So congratulations to him on that milestone. hopefully the Vipers will keep them close to that 600 win mile mark tonight. Tonight marking our 577th Vipers cast overall on KMAX Sports and Vype, dating back to 2009, and the 206th Vipers boys basketball broadcast. Want to give a shout out to Mr. Jim Oliver, who checked in earlier. You see the email address there on the screen, voiceofthevipers@gmail.com. Commenting on the bonus coverage of the JV game. I just set it up and make sure the stream is working, and I'm usually helping some of our other crews with some of their troubleshooting, so I'm not able to really do much other than that. But as he put it, a little bonus coverage. What a game by the JV squad. They were down 37-17 in the second quarter, came back to win, I think it was 55-48 or something like that, but a nice comeback win for the Vandegrifts Vipers JV squad, coming back from 20 points down in that one. And Jim giving us a shout-out from Steiner Ranch. And the Oliver boys, he said, will be back on the 10th and the 13th. So thanks, Jim, for checking in. voiceofthevipers@gmail.com. Some of the scores in some of the early games tonight. At the half, Cedar Park girls all over Eastview, 44-9, as the Lady Timberwolves keep on rolling. We've got Elgin against Maynard, boys and girls action, and Odd Connolly taking on, I think it's Weiss, and Hendrickson taking on Pflugerville boys and girls action as well. Hendrickson girls leading Pflugerville 12-11 at the end of the first quarter. Some of the other games going on tonight here on Vype Live and Flow Sports. We're standing by for the introduction of the starting lineups of the national anthem, and when we get that to you, we'll turn it over to our PA as we're getting ready to get underway about 5 minutes early tonight on a cool night. Good night to be inside a gymnasium. Well, I thought they were going to jump right to it, but not just yet. While we're waiting, I had a good chance to talk to former Vipers defensive coordinator, current McNeil head coach Scott Hermes. Good to see him. Always fun to see him, and he's got that football team headed in the right direction. Talking about some of the stuff going on here at McNeil High School as they've been doing construction here, renovating the entire school for the past year and a half, 2 years. It's going to be really nice when they get it done. All right, they've got it ready to go. Here we go.
McNeil High School for tonight's UIL contest featuring your McNeil members and the VANDEGRIFT VIPERS. Now you please rise, gentlemen, remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. 6'4" junior, number 10, Logan Smith. At guard, 6'3", sophomore, number 20, Jared Robbins. At guard, 6'2" junior, number 21, Malik Morris. At forward, 6'4" senior, number 24, McNeil Morris. And at forward, 6'4" senior, number 34, Hogan Hayward.
All right, so there you have the starting lineups for the VandeGrift Vipers again. Bryce Friday, Charlie Hatch, Luke Murphy, Josh Wint, and Nico Otero. Talked to Coach Cliff Ellis before the game started, and they're hoping to get Mason Anderson back hopefully sometime next week. For the McNeil Mavericks, coming in with an overall mark of 6-15, 0-2 in the district, it's Logan Smith, Jared Robbins, Malik Morris, Makai Morris, and Hogan Caver. If Malik Morris and Makai Morris aren't brothers, that's an amazing coincidence. I'm pretty sure they are. They're a year apart, so not twin brothers, but a lot of talent there. Vipers on the road, of course, with the road black jerseys and shorts, white numerals, white VandeGrift descriptive letter, and they'll be going from left to right. Mavericks in the home white, navy blue numbers outlined in green. The Mavericks control the tip, and we are underway from McNeil High School. Over on the left side, pass over the cross court. I'll get the scoreboard changed up here in just a second. Swing it to the left side. Kind of a funky angle here. There's no power up above in the bleachers, so we've got to be down here courtside. And a foul going to be called, I believe, on Charlie Hatch. Give me a chance to change the quarter. Cross court out on top of the key. This is Logan Smith with it. Back in the back out. Friday picks him up. Just underway, no score. Malik Morris picked up by Hatch. Come in just a little bit from that far away. Dribble drive, almost lost the handle. Now gets it over the right side for three. Drains it. Jared Robbins puts McNeil up 3-0. Vipers with their first possession of the ball game. Out on top to Friday. Near side, Otero. He can shoot the three. Dribble drive just over in the far corner. Witt for three. Rimmed out, no good to follow. Put up and in by Luke Murphy. 3-2 your score. Trying to get settled in here on the Tech side. Out on top. Pass the ball poked away, but they get it back. Bring it back out to Smith, who will reset the offense. Picked up by Friday. Dribble drive, top of the key, now to his right side. Cut off, hands it off. In the paint, cut off nicely by the Viper defense again. Man-to-man to open things up. Back on top to Smith. Smith to his left. Dishes in the near corner. Robbins with it. Swing it back on top. Smith driving the baseline, pulls up jumper for two off the iron, no good. The rebound pulled down by Wint. Pass over on the far side. This is Friday with it. Vipers looking for the first lead of the ball game to Hatch. Hatch dishes back over to Friday. Back on top to Hatch, swings it to Otero in the near corner. Down low in the post to Murphy. Working in the paint, splits the defense and draws a foul. See if they get it on 34. Should be a shooting foul. That is indeed the call. Going to be called on Hogan Caver. And at the free throw line will be Luke Murphy. First one up, and good, and we're tied. Murphy hits them both, and the Vipers have the first lead of the ball game at 4-3. Morris bringing it up, picked up by Hatch. Has the ball kicked away, but gets it back. Hatch giving him all sorts of fits. This is over the right side. In the paint. Good pass down low. The reverse layup up and good. Nice pass from Logan Smith to Makai Morris. And McNeil back on top, 5-4. Otero now with it. Otero will tee up a three off the iron long. Rebound, Hatch. Loose ball, tracked down by the Mavericks. Dribble drive, Smith now brings it back out as Friday picks him up. Just over on the right side, thought about three, pulls it down. Back to Smith. Out on top to Malik Morris. Morris picked up by Hatch. Out on top to go to Caver. To Morris again. Cut off nicely by Hatch. Vipers with good defense. We talked about that in the pregame. And traveling going to be the call. They forced a turnover with 4:38 to go. And check into the game for the Mavericks. Mir Merpui checking in. 4:38 to go in this first quarter. Mavericks up by 1, 5-4. Friday across the timeline. In the corner. Otero gets it back to Hatch. Back over to Otero. He'll tee up a three left side. Drains it! Nico Otero picking up where he left off the other night. And the Vipers regain the lead. At 7-5. Out on top, Caver swings it over in the right wing. Logan Smith, right corner for three. Off the iron, no good. The foul there by the Mavericks. They get it back. Good give and go. Shot put up and in. Nice rebound and a nice job finding Jared Robbins on the cut. And we're tied 7-all. Out on top to Witt, and a foul coming on the Mavericks. Going to be called on Mekhi Morris, I believe. That'll be his first. Friday inbound it here on the baseline. Gets it in. Oh, dangerous pass is stolen away, and the Mavericks almost turn it over, but they get it back. Now pushing it down the left side. Shot put up, wildly off the glass, no good. The rebound pulled down by Murphy. Vipers got back to recover. There comes Hatch just over on the far side. Went, wild scoop shot, no good. The rebound pulled down by the Mavericks. Looking for contact, no call. We stay tied at 7 with 3:25 to go. Morris across the timeline. Picks up his dribble, now on top, now swinging over to the near side. Dribble drive into the paint, head fake, nope, over to the right side to Morris. Morris pulls up, jump shot, left side, hit it. Malik Morris puts the Mavs back up by 2 at 9-7. Friday to Otero. Back to Friday. To Otero. In the corner to Wint. Out on top to Friday. Friday swings it over to Hatch, over to Otero for three, drains it! Man, he can shoot from anywhere. Nico Otero puts the Vipers back on top, 10-9. Morris in the far corner to his brother Mekhi Morris. He hands it off to Robbins. Robbins back to Morris. Cut off nicely, back on top to swing it to Carter, Amari Carter. On the right post. Spinning, working against Wint. Shot blocked, but a foul going to be called on Josh Wint. His first. Free throw up and good for Mekhi Morris. He hit them both. Mavericks back up by 1, 11-10. Otero, dangerous pass, but he finds Murphy. Murphy goes up strong to the hoop, too strong, misses everything, and the rebound pulled down by the Mavericks. That was pulled down by Jay Gonzalez, who's just checked in. McNeil dressing only 10 players. Runner from the free throw line off the glass, no good. The follow, loose ball, scramble for it. Otero digging for it. And looks like it's going to stay with the Mavericks. Manor over Elgin 42-20 in girls basketball at the half. Dribble drive, right side, shot put up no good, and a foul called here on the Vipers. Didn't see who they called it on. They don't put them up on the scoreboard here, so I'm not sure who that foul was on, but at the free throw line will be Amari Carter. Free throw up and rattles out, no good. Jared Robbins checking back in for the Mavs, comes in for Mekhi Morris. Carter hits the second one, hits 1 out of 2. McNeil back up to a 2-point lead here, 12-10. Dangerous pass, Otero tracks it down. Over on the far side, now back on top they go to Mark Fletcher, who's checked into the ballgame for the Vipers. Otero out on top to Wint. Wint passes it off to Carson Towers, who's also checked in. Now Wint driving to the baseline, passing the paint to Fletcher, goes up strong. Was mugged, no call, goes out of bounds, and it'll stay with VANDEGRIFT. Who's checking in? Coming in for the Vipers is Jake Giesewitz. Coming in for Wint. Giesewitz doing a nice job in relief the other night. Otero with it out on top. Back to Towers. Towers back to Otero. Swings in the far corner. Murphy going to drive in the baseline. Bounce pass in the paint. Has the ball cooked away. And the Mavericks come up with it. Out on top to go. Teeing up a 3 left side off the iron, no good. The rebound pulled down by Giesewitz. It's a nice board for VANDEGRIFT. Hands it off to Otero. Under a minute to go, opening corner, down by 2. Far side to Towers. Towers back to Otero in the corner, now to Murphy. Murphy back on top to Fletcher. Fletcher picks up the dribble. Back to Murphy near side. Murphy splits the defense, puts up the runner, goes up. No good, but he draws a foul. I believe they called that on Amari Carter, but I'm not sure. Luke Murphy 2 for 2 from the charity stripe, and I jinxed him. He missed that one. Mekhi Morris getting ready to check back in. Murphy missed them both. Vipers stay down by 2. Malik Morris with it, probably playing for 1 here. Mavericks well above their scoring average for the season here in this first quarter. They came in roughly scoring 44.8 points per game. So not drastically over, but up a little high. 8 seconds. Morris splits the defense, dishes over the right side for 3. Off the iron, misses everything. The rebound pulled down by the Mavericks. Put it up, too strong, tipped over to Fletcher, and that's going to be it. That is going to be the end of a back and forth first quarter with the score at the end of 1. McNeil 12, the Vipers 10. We'll take a break, be back for quarter number 2. You are watching VANDEGRIFT Vipers basketball on the Vype Live Network.
Y'all listen up. Let me tell you something about group meals from Rudy's Barbecue. It's got all you need for all the folks you gotta feed, smoked meat, sides, and more. There's everything down to the tablecloth, just like the one that you see at the store. At a bridal shower, it's better than flowers. And a long distance meeting, it'll pass the hours. It'll feed all the cousins at a family function. It's better than potluck at a church luncheon. Next time you need to feed 10 or more, call and order a Rudy's group meal.
Next in line.
Well, 10 your score at the end of the first quarter. John Prussell checking in, says the game's coming through loud and clear. That's what we like to see, and he was laughing at the corner spot. He's on the broadcast with me. He knows what it's like here in the corner. It's really not a bad viewpoint. It's not the greatest for video is all. They're either in your face or on the other side of the world. But we'll make it work. So thanks to John for checking in. Voiceofthevipers@gmail.com. 12-10 your score. Nico Otero with half the Vipers points. Both coming from downtown. Luke Murphy with the other 4. And it'll be Vandegrift ball here in the second half. Down by 2. Update my scoreboard. There we go. Reese Beecham is checked into the game now. It's 10:32 in the foreground. Friday to Went. Back to Beecham. He'll see up at 3. Shot may have been partially blocked and pulled down by the Mavericks. Friday, Hatch, and Giesewitz, the other unit on the rest of the unit on the court right now for Vandegrift. Trying to buy some minutes for the starters here and hang around, down by just 2. Out on top to go, swing it over to the near side. This is Smith with it. Back in the back out. Friday jumps out on him. Still working. To his right now. Shakes off the defense. Now just over the far corner for 3. Ship a block. Giesewitz with the block. Mavericks get it back, however. Back over on the right side. Loses the handle on the way up, and a foul going to be called here on Vandegrift. And I think they called Giesewitz with the foul. 4th foul on Vandegrift, 3 on McNeil. We're here early in the second quarter. Not a shooting foul, so the Mavericks inbound it over on the far side. Now swing it out to Morris. This is Malik Morris. Trying to get it to his brother Mackay on the corner. The ball poked away out of bounds by Reese Beecham. It'll stay with the Mavericks. 6:48 to go first half, down by 2. Start of the fourth quarter, Cedar Park all over Eastview, 70-18. The runner from the left side up and in by Malik Morris. Mavericks with their biggest lead of the night at 4, 14-10. Friday to Beecham. Back to Friday. Swings it over on the left side. Hatch thought about 3, pulls it down, gets it over in the far corner. Giesewitz now back on top to Hatch. Hatch over to Friday. Friday with the up at 3. Almost banked it in. The shot pulled down by the Mavericks. Got a chance to go up by 6 or 7. Morris, far corner. Cut off nicely. Head fake, puts up the runner off the glass, up and in. Jared Robbins with the bucket, and the Mavericks with a 6-point edge, 16-10. Friday to Hatch. On the way up, draws a foul. Not a shooting foul. Looks like they call that foul on Logan Smith. His first, team of 4th. And Friday to inbound it. Gets it into Otero, who's checked back in. Hatch splits the defense, puts up the runner off the glass, no good. The battle for the rebound. Murphy trying to tip it, and the Mavericks come down with it. Driving right side is Morris, working on Hatch. Hatch cuts him off on the baseline. Nice job hustling back. Almost poked away. It is poked away by Otero over to Friday. Friday going coast to coast, has the ball stripped away from behind. They're going to call an offensive foul on Bryce Friday. Mihir Mapuri checking back in for the Mavericks with 5:38 to go in this first half. Vandegrift down by 6. Might have taken these Mavericks a little bit lightly. McNeil coming in with a 6-15 mark. No district game is a gimme, especially on the road. Vipers have to find that extra gear here. Smith picked up by Friday. Driving right side, cut off nicely. Otero jumps out on Robbins. Robbins shakes off the defense. Now Friday picks him up. Over to the near side. Caver hands it off to Mapuri. Cut off by Hatch over the far side. Jump shot off the iron, no good. The rebound pulled down by Morris. Head fake, now on top to go. Jump shot left side and hit it. 4-3, Jared Robbins. And don't look now, but it's a 9-point deficit at 19-10. Friday gets it over to Hatch. Dishes over to Otero for 3. Left side, drains it. Boy, did the Vipers need that one. Nico Otero with 9 points, 9 of the 13. Pulls the Vipers back within 2 possessions, 19-13. Dribble drive, left side. Shaky defense, but Witt pulls down the rebound. Carter breaks. They missed the point-blank layup. Over to Friday, left side. Friday shakes off the defense, puts up the floater, up and in. 5-0 run for Vandegrift. Here come the Vipers again now, 19-15. Smith. Friday picks him up. Pass over on the far side. Shaking off the defense. Triple teamed. Left side, 4-3. Off the iron, short. Rebound pulled down by Witt. Chance to get it back to a 1-possession game. Friday pushing it up across the timeline, left to right. Dish over the far sideline, Otero. Otero back to Friday. Swings it back to Otero. In the corner now. Witt thought about 3, pulls it down. Back to Otero. To Witt. Looking for the cross court, and out there gets it over to Hatch. Hatch to Friday, top of the key. Good patience. Friday with the runner, banks it in. Tough shot, got it to fall. Vipers back within 2 at 19-17. Mavericks have built up a 7-point lead, but the Vipers have pulled it back to within 2. Smith cut off nicely by Friday. Out on top, give and go. Shot blocked by Witt. Murphy tipped it over to, tough break. They're going to get Luke Murphy on the foul. He tried to tip the rebound, but instead he tipped it over to Mekhi Morris. And Morris fouled on the way up. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Free throw up and no good. For Mekhi Morris, he had hit his first 2, but missed that one. Carter checking back in. Along with Jay Gonzalez, and who is that? Number 30 is Mahir Mapuri. Mekhi Morris' second free throw attempt is up, and it is no good as well. Went pulls down the board. Vipers with a chance to tie or take the lead. 3:18 to go first half. Near side to Otero. Otero back to Friday. Far corner. Witt will tee up a 3 for the lead. Off the iron, no good. The rebound tipped by Murphy, but controlled by the Mavericks. Witt had a good look. This a shot wouldn't fall. It's always different shooting to somebody else's gym. Dribble drive, right side, the runner out on top. Gonzalez for 3. Hit it. Off the bench, Jay Gonzalez with the 3. Puts the Mavericks back up by 5, 22-17. Hatch back over to Friday, back to Hatch, back to Friday. 2.5 to go in the half. Friday back in the back out. Friday to Otero. Backdoor to Witt, but the ball poked away. Nice job recognition-wise by Amari Carter. With the Vipers going for the slam. Trying to repeat the J catch to Greg Brown, the third slam dunk play. Friday inbounds it to Otero. Otero back on the far side to Hatch. In the paint to Friday. Otero for 3, right side. Off the iron, too strong, but Murphy there for the rebound. He goes up, puts it up, no good. A lot of contact, no foul. Mavericks pull down with the ball. Dish over the left side to Smith. Smith has the ball poked away, and they're going to get a reach. What do we get? They're going to get a foul here on the Vipers. Didn't see who they called it on, however. No, they're going to call the 3 seconds, I believe, on the Mavericks. It'll go back to Vandegrift. All right. 2 minutes to go, first half, down by 5. Friday, back to Otero. Otero out to Friday. Between the circles. Over on the far side to Hatch. Back to Friday. Pass too strong, but out of bounds. Tried to get it to Murphy, but got it a little bit too high and too hot. And the ball will go back to the Mavericks with 1:43 to go in the half. Vipers have led in this game only briefly. Mavericks have led by as many as 9. They've got a 5-point edge now with the basketball. Morris back on the top to Robbins. Back to Morris. 1:25 to go. Morris driving to the baseline. Cut off by Murphy. Blocked! And Murphy comes out with a rebound. Hands it off to Charlie Hatch. Nice play by Murphy. Hatch over to Friday. Swings it over the far side. Otero for three. Off the iron. Too strong. The rebound pulled down by the Mavericks. Gonzalez. 1 minute to go. Out on top they go to Robbins. Robbins far side. Dishes over to Smith. Smith in the far corner to Morris. Malik Morris backing it back out between the circles. 45 seconds to go. Working on Hatch, right side, cut off. In trouble, fadeaway jumper, tough shot, got it to fall. Good defense, just got the good shot to fall. And the lead is now 7 again for the Mavericks. Back up to Hatch. Hatch puts the defense, finds Murphy down low, left side, shot blocked. And the Mavericks come up with it. 19 seconds to go, McNeil will play for one. Morris, top of the key, now to his right, pulls up, jump shot, free to line off the iron, no good. Murphy comes out with a rebound, trying to get it to Friday, loses it out of bounds, and that is going to be the end of the first half. A tough first half for the Vipers, as McNeil takes a 24-17 lead into the locker room here at the first half. We'll take an extended break, get the scoring numbers put together, and be back for half number 2. You are watching Vandergrift Vipers basketball on the Vype Live Network.
Interested in Vype Campus? Vype Campus brings our popular citywide media days right to your doorstep. As a Vype Campus client, we will work with you to help you take advantage of our unique campus model to build a unique experience for your school. From media day photo shoots of all your athletes to game day coverage, broadcasts and live streams, video and digital content, hype videos, the Vype U program, same day graphics, and of course your very own campus magazine, Vype Campus is truly whatever you want it to be. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out how to join Vype Campus today.
It's never too soon to start teaching good savings and spending habits. Encourage early savings with a high-interest youth savings account from Southstar Bank and teach responsible spending in a safe environment with Southstar Bank's Youth Checking Account. Southstar Bank youth accounts offer no minimum balance fee and no monthly service charge. Set your child on the path to financial stability. Open a Southstar Bank youth account today. Learn more about southstarbank.com/youth. Member FDIC.
Family time, anytime, always worth every dime. On our way to Chicken E, unbelievable sweet tea. Express tenders, they're the best, not to mention all the rest. Chicken E's the place to go for all of us in the know. Plenty of size to make a meal. Chicken E is for real. Follow me to Chicken E, gotta have their sweet tea.
Hey high schoolers, are you interested in a career in sports media? Vype can help. Launched in 2017, our Vype U Ambassador Program is a one-of-a-kind educational scholarship program that offers high school students a chance to gain hands-on experience in the sports media field. Vype U also gives students a platform to build their portfolio of creative work under the guidance of Vype's seasoned professionals. From covering games to publishing photos, writing articles, and conducting on-camera interviews, each Vype U ambassador receives an immersive experience geared toward their interests while promoting their own school and preparing them for their future. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out more about Vype U today.
At the end of the first half, the McNeil Mavericks on top of the Vandergrift Vipers. Merle Bertrand here, the coach Les Clary back at the comfy, cozy Vype Live studios, better known as his living room sofa, keeping an eye and an ear on the broadcast. Sorry, checking in with one of our other crews to get a score update if I can. Speaking of scoring updates, we'll give you the scoring updates here in this one. First for the VandeGrift Vipers, Nico Otero leading the Vipers in scoring with 9 points. He's got 3 3-pointers in the ball game. And 4 points for Bryce Friday, 4 points for Luke Murphy. And that's it for the VandeGrift Vipers. Just 17 points in the first half, well below their scoring average of 52.6 points on the season. For the McNeil Mavericks, a little bit more balanced scoring. They got 10 points for Jared Robbins, 6 points for Malik Morris, 4 points for Mekhi Morris, 3 points for Jay Gonzalez, and 1 point from Amari Carter to close out the scoring for McNeil. They led at 12-10 at the end of the first quarter, built up a 9-point lead in the second quarter. VandeGrift trimmed it to within 2, but then a late flurry by the Mavericks pushes them back up to the 7-point lead here, 24-17 at the end of this first half. And again, we want to thank Mr. John Hatch and the VandeGrift Boys Basketball Booster Club and all the sponsors for making these broadcasts possible. That would include Avalar Texas Real Estate and Agent Rhonda Drill, Bradley Basketball, Chicken Express, Cool Creek Family Dental, Gianarant Realty, Independence Title with Mr. Brian Pittman, EXP Realty with Agent Alicia Gower-Michaud, Malibu Boats, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, South Star Bank, and State Farm Insurance Agent Gary Shanahan. Thank you to all those folks. If you see them, if you know them, thank them for supporting not just the broadcast, but VandeGrift basketball in general. Those folks make it possible to get this team not only on the air, but all the road games, all the tournament stuff, all the transportation, all that kind of stuff. It takes a lot to get these teams on the road and get them through an entire year, especially in the age of COVID. So be sure to thank them for all of their support. 24-17 the final score. Vipers will be back in action Tuesday night from Round Rock against the Cedar Ridge Raiders. We'll have that game for you here on Vype Live. Pre-game set to get off underway at about 6:50 or so. If you are a Mavericks fan, the Mavericks have a tough task on Tuesday night. They travel to Round Rock to take on the league-leading Round Rock Dragon on Tuesday night. So that's what's coming up next week. Neither team is thinking about that right now. They're thinking about this ball game. The Vipers have to scratch their way back down by 7 points here, 24-17. We'll take another extended break. Be back in time for the second half tip-off. Email is open, voiceofthevipers@gmail.com. Give a shout-out to your favorite player on either side, and we'll be back in time for the second half to get underway. You are watching VandeGrift Vipers basketball on the Vype Live Network.
Texas Malibu is your exclusive dealer for the world's #1 water sports towboats, Malibu. Now with locations in Austin and Texas Ski Ranch in New Braunfels, we cover all of Central Texas. Come see the enthusiasts at Texas Malibu in Austin or Texas Ski Ranch in New Braunfels, or give them a call, 512-244-9777, or visit them online, texasmalibu.com. That's 512-244-9777. Then get on the water with your crew and make memories that'll last a lifetime. When you buy or sell a piece of property, it helps to have a friend in the business. Independence Title will pick up the ball on your transaction and take it right across the goal line. Independence is locally owned right here in Austin with deep roots in the VandeGrift community. Independence is also the Austin Business Journal's #1 title company. Work with the home team at Independence Title. Call 329-5299 or go to independencetitle.com.
Y'all listen up. Let me tell you something about group meals from Rudy's Barbecue. It's got all you need for all the folks you gotta feed, smoked meat, sides, and more. There's everything down to the tablecloth, just like the one that you see at the store. At a bridal shower, it's better than flowers. In a long-distance meeting, it'll pass the hours. It'll feed all the cousins at a family function. It's better than potluck at a church luncheon. Next time you need to feed 10 or more, call and order a Rudy's group meal.
Next in line.
It's never too soon to start teaching good savings and spending habits. Encourage early savings with a high-interest youth savings account from South Star Bank, and teach responsible spending in a safe environment with South Star Bank's youth checking account. South Star Bank youth accounts offer no minimum balance fee and no monthly service charge. Set your child on the path to financial stability. Open a South Star Bank youth account today. Learn more about southstarbank.com/youth. Member FDIC.
Family time, anytime. Always worth every dime. On our ways, chicken eat. Unbelievable sweet tea. Extra
What is Vype Live? Vype Live is one of the largest and most respected broadcast and live stream networks in the state of Texas. Vype Live broadcasts any sport you can think of for youngsters of any age, from Pee Wee and Pop Warner to high school, club, college, semi-pro, and beyond. We also broadcast plenty of academic, fine arts, and community-related events as well, and now as partners with Flow Sports. Email us at info@vipemedia.com to find out more. Vype Live. We bring your teams to you.
Vype Live Studios, keeping an eye and an ear on things, letting us know if we're looking and sounding as good as we possibly can on this cool Friday evening. It is definitely basketball weather outside. Now, I always joke this time of year, I would not want to be a soccer parent, at least a basketball parent, to get to go inside a nice warm gym. Teams will flip sides. Vipers will now be going from right to left. Mavericks going from left to right. This side of the gym was not very conducive to Viper shooting, so hopefully that'll improve when the teams flip sides here now. Mavericks get the basketball to get things started. So McNeil going from left to right in the home whites. Vipers defending right to left in the road blacks, and here we go. Malik Morris with the dribble drive, cut off by Otero. It's Otero, Wint, Friday, Murphy, and Hatch starting five on the floor. Shot off the iron, no good, and the rebound pulled down by Murphy. Hands it off to Friday. Here come the Vipers quickly. Ooh, they're going to get him again with the offensive foul. I could see that one coming. He lowered the shoulder. And Bryce Friday limping a little bit as he gets up. Defenders' feet weren't planted, but anytime you lower the shoulder like that, you're going to get that called on you. So the quick foul on Friday gives the ball back to the Mavericks. Just underway second half. Over on the far side, Smith swings it over to Morris. At the free throw line to his brother. Back over to Smith. Head fake. Back to Morris in the paint. That ball deflected and tracked down by the Mavericks. Loose ball stolen away by Otero. Otero back to Hatch, had the ball stripped away. Here come the Mavericks with the breakaway. And the layup up and in by Malik Morris. Tough break there for VandeGrift. Got the steal but couldn't control it. And the Mavericks have matched now their biggest lead of the ball game at 9, 26-17. Near side to Friday. Near side, Friday. To Wint, back to Friday. Bounce pass. Hatch, back to Friday. To Wint. He splits the defense. Puts up the runner off the glass. Oh, shot won't go, but he draws a foul. Didn't see who they called it on. Again, we can't really see from this angle, so I'm not sure how many fouls each player has. They don't put it up on the scoreboard, so Josh went at the line to shoot two. These are big free throws. Vipers need all the points they can get, and he hits the first one. Vipers without team captain Mason Anderson. Hopefully get him back next week. Free throw up and good by Wint. Jackson Oliver also out tonight, so a little bit shorthanded. Down by 7, 26-19. Bounce pass. At the free throw line, just over to the near side for three. Hit it. Jared Robbins with his third tray of the ball game. (29-19) has the ball deflected and stolen away. Here come the Mavericks again. Right side, laying it up and in. 31-19. Vipers trail by 12 over on the far side to Otero. Otero back to Friday. Swings it near side to Hatch. Hatch bounce pass to Friday. Otero thought about three, pulls it down. Puts up the runner right side off the iron short. Murphy batting for the rebound. Tips it over to Morris. Here come the Mavericks. Malik Morris with it. Out on top to Smith. Back to Morris. 5:47 to go. Down by 12. Back over to Smith. Near side. Morris cut off, gets it to his brother. Over on the far side, 4-3 left side, and hits another one. Back-to-back threes for Jared Robbins, and the Vipers are in a heap of trouble. Down by 15, 34-19. Near side, Otero. Bounce pass to Friday. Need a bucket here. Back to Otero. He'll see up at 3. That misses everything, and the rebound pulled down by Caver. Good pass down low. Give and go up and in. Mackay Morris, and there's a timeout. You would know which team is 6 and 15 by what you're seeing on the court right now. McNeil all over Vandegrift here, 36-19. A 12-2 run to start the second half. Basketball is a funny game. On Tuesday night, the Vipers looked like they were definitely a playoff caliber team. Could maybe poke Westwood or Round Rock in the eye on a good night. But boy, tonight, they've come out cold, turnovers, and have already given up 36 points to a McNeil team that's averaging just under 45 points for the season. And we still have 5:05 to go in the third quarter. That's the bad news. The good news is you still got time. If you're Vandegrift right now, your goal is to get it back to within 10 points at the end of the third quarter. Give yourself a shot heading into the fourth quarter. Fletcher checking into the ball game now. Hands it off to Friday. Here we go. Down by 17. Got work to do. 5 minutes to go, third quarter. Otero with it. Out on top to Hatch. Hatch. Fletcher, top of the key, back over to Hatch. Hatch splits the defense, puts up the runner, up too strong, and a foul. Nope, no foul. Thought I heard a whistle. Rebound pulled down by the Mavericks. Hatch with the nice attack, just couldn't get the shot to go. Malik Morris with it. Picked up by Hatch. On top to Mackay Morris. Cross court again for 3. That one's off the iron short. The rebound poked over to Fletcher. Fletcher pushes it up to Hatch. Cross court to Otero for 3. Off the iron, too strong, and the rebound pulled down by Jared Robbins. Maynard over Elgin, 67-36 in girls basketball. That's a final. Triple drive, left side, dish over the far side. Back out to Hogan Caver. Caver far side to Morris. Morris cut off nicely by Friday. In trouble. Hatch gets the steal almost, but the Mavericks get it back. Morris backing it back out to reset. They are in no hurry, up by 17. And what do we got? Offensive foul called away from the basketball. Didn't see it, but I think they may have called it on Merpuri, but I'm kind of speculating. The main thing is the Vipers get the ball back with 3:40 to go. Friday walking it up, 36-19, 3.5 to go, third quarter. Far side, Otero. Back to Friday, near side to Witt. Fletcher thought about 3 from the corner, pulls it down. He'll keep the dribble alive over the far side. Now Hatch pulls up jump shot left side, rims out, no good. Otero batting for the rebound, tips it up, and the Mavericks control it. On the far side, got to pick up Smith. Nice job there by Hatch getting back to Morris. At the free throw line, Friday jumps out on him. Near side to Smith. Hatch working on him. Over on the far side, Viper defense is picked up. They're just not getting points on the other end. There's a jump shot right side off the iron. No good. The rebound pulled down by Hatch. Good board by Charlie Hatch. He'll push it up to Otero. Otero dished over the right side to Friday. Out on top to Hatch. Hatch backing it back out to Friday on the baseline. Pulls up the floater, up the iron, no good. The rebound, Fletcher battling for it. The Mavericks come up with it again. Vipers just can't buy a bucket here. And a timeout going to be called by Coach Hageman with 2:32 to go. His team in command by 17. They've used this burst here in the early third quarter and have protected that 17-point lead. $36-19 your score. Again, the email's open, voiceofthevipers@gmail.com. You see it there on the screen. If you want to give a shout-out to your favorite player on either side. Weiss leading Connolly 53-12 in the fourth quarter in girls action. Weiss and Connolly, Hendrickson and Pflugerville both playing doubleheaders tonight, as are Elgin and Maynard. Due to an official shortage, I found out over the offseason. So those 5A schools in that district all playing doubleheaders. That includes Cedar Park. I'd like to see them do that at the 6A level. I'd love to call the boys and the girls. All right, here we go. 2:32 to go, third quarter, down by 17. Mavericks with the lead and the basketball. Don't be surprised to see the Vipers come out in the full court pressure pretty soon. Try to wear down this Mavericks club with only 10 guys on the roster. Smith working on Friday, splits the defense, puts up the runner off the glass, no good, but a foul going to be called on Giesewitz, I believe, who's just checked into the ball game. That is indeed the call. At the free throw line will be Logan Smith, looking for his first points of the evening. Free throw is up and good. Hit them both. Mavericks have doubled up the Vipers here, 38-19. Back over to Friday, back to Otero, to Fletcher. Give and go, nice pass. Hatch will lay up and in. The Vipers finally in the drought. Nice ball movement there, 38-21. Friday trying to force a turnover, all over Smith. Still working him over. Pass to the near corner. This is McPurry with it. Has the ball poked away. They get it back. Dangerous pass. Friday went for the steal. Couldn't quite track it down, but it's going to be over in the back because Friday didn't touch it. It's over and back. Now they're going to talk about it. They might reverse the call. Nope, it's going to stay with the Vipers. If Friday deflects it, it's not over in the back, but he didn't touch it. So the Vipers will get the ball on the turnover. More of that, please. Fletcher to Friday. Back to Hatch. Thought about three, pulls it down. Back out to Friday. Friday back to Hatch. Hatch in the far corner. Giesewitz back on the top to Fletcher. Fletcher. Hatch for three. Hit it! Charlie Hatch drains a three. 5 points in the corner. The Vipers back house with some life. 38-24. 1:10 to go, third quarter. Shot for three from the right side, drains it. Mihir Mapuri answers for the Mavericks. 41-24, back on the top. Friday for three, that's a little short, misses everything. The rebound pulled down by Robbins. Under a minute to go in the quarter. Dish over to the near side. Gonzalez for three, he hit it. They are hitting everything they put up. 20-point edge for the Mavericks, 44-24. Giesewitz, back to Fletcher. To Friday, back to Fletcher. Hatch, dish in the corner. Otero for three, drains it! .14 seconds left. And there's a steal by Hatch. To Fletcher. Out on top. Giesewitz thought about three, pulls it down, shakes off the defense. Otero for three. Off the iron, too strong. The rebound pulled down by the Mavericks. And the baseball pass is going to be no good, and that's going to be the end of the third quarter. A rough third quarter for the Vandegrift Vipers. At the end of three, your score, it is McNeil 44, Vandegrift 27. We'll take a break, see if the Vipers can mount a comeback. You're watching Vandegrift Vipers basketball on Vype Live.
Texas Malibu is your exclusive dealer for the world's #1 water sports towboats, Malibu. Now with locations in Austin and Texas Ski Ranch in New Braunfels, we cover all of Central Texas. Come see the enthusiasts at Texas Malibu in Austin or Texas Ski Ranch in New Braunfels, or give them a call, 512-244-9777, or visit them online, texasmalibu.com. That's 512-244-9777. Then get on the water with your crew and make memories that'll last a lifetime.
Pflugerville tonight, 56-41. The boys about ready to get underway out there at Hendrickson High School. Vipers with a lot of work to do here. Outscored in that quarter 20-10 to take what was a 7-point deficit, turn into a 17-point deficit. Viper basketball as we get underway here in the fourth quarter. All right, here we go. Friday with the basketball. He's joined by Fletcher. Postiglione on the court. He'll launch a three, and that shot is short. Rebound pulled down by the Mavericks. Fletcher, Postiglione, Friday, Otero, and Giesewitz, the unit on the court right now for Vandegrift. Smith dishes in the paint. Looking for the offensive foul, not called. The ball tipped up in the air, loose ball. Thought we were going to have a little 3D basketball here. We almost did. An assist by me as we did get some 3D basketball. The ball coming right at us here. Goes back to Vandegrift. Viper basketball, Friday with it. Dishes over to the near side. Bounce pass down low on the left side, now about to Fletcher. Fletcher. Good give and go. In the paint, up and in, and a foul. Nice pass from Mark Fletcher to find Jake Giesewitz. And the Vipers with a chance to complete the old school three-point play. First points of the ball game for Jake Giesewitz. Carson Towers now checking in. Free throws up and good. Vipers still alive, down by 14. Plenty of time left, 7:07 to go. Seeing some trapping defense here. Trying to take advantage of the depth that the Vipers do have over McNeil. Wear out this Maverick ball club a little bit. Inside of 7 minutes to go. Need a stop here over on the far side. In the corner, Morris. Oh, that's going to be a bit of a ticky-tack foul called on Carson Towers. Didn't see much there. All right, I think we got the feedback. AT&T acted a little weird, so we'll try Verizon here to see if that gets it back going again. Didn't miss anything. Timeout was called. 6:46 to go here in this fourth quarter. McNeil basketball, they're up 44-30. Dribble drive, right side Morris, cut off nicely. Give and go in the paint. Shot put up too strong. Offensive rebound for McNeil. We're going to get a foul called here on the Vipers. Foul going to be called on Mark Fletcher. Third team foul on Vandegrift. So Mavericks inbounded here on the baseline with 6:35 to go. Inbound to the corner. Morris. Picked up by Towers. Almost a steal by Friday. Bounce pass to the near side. Giesewitz jumping out on him. Near side, this is Smith. Friday to his left, now almost threw it away. This is Merpuri with it at the top of the key. Dish over to the left wing. Viper Devo, good give and go in the paint. Shot blocked from behind by Otero, and Fletcher comes down with the basketball. Bounce pass on the right side to Friday. Inside of 6 minutes to go. Bounce pass near side Otero. Otero rifles the pass over to Fletcher. He thought about three, pulls it down, and threw it away. Now the ball stripped away by the Vipers. They get it back. They get it down to Friday. Kicked out of bounds. And it'll stay with Vandegrift with 5:42 to go. The play getting a little ragged here. Back out on top to Friday. Second free throw no good by Smith as we're back on the air. Bounce pass to the near side for three, near corner, off the iron, no good. The rebound pulled down by the Mavericks. 4:49 to go, down by 15, 45-30. There's a runner from right side, blocked from behind by Witt, but the Mavericks get it back. Over on the far wing to Smith. Smith near corner. Bounce pass in the corner, driving to the baseline, shakes off the defense. What do we got? Ball going to be called on Mark Fletcher. That'll be two on him. All right, we'll see if that works. Had to switch over to the Round Rock Network. We haven't really missed anything. We're just coming out of a timeout. 4:04 to go, down by 17, still 48-31. Went from the right side, off the glass, no good. The rebound pulled down by the Mavericks. Over on the far side. Mavericks in command now. Shot put up a three off the head fake and hit it. It's just their night. Jared Robbins with the big three. And the deficit is now 20 again with 3:35 to go. Fletcher to Wint. And a reach-in foul. There's a shot put up and a foul going to be called on the Mavericks as attacking the hoop was Charlie Hatch. If you're still with us out there, apologize for the internet issues. It just lost the signal on both of my hotspots. Had to quickly create something here on the Round Rock ISD to get guest access, and I'm up and running on that. Charlie Hatch hitting the first free throw, 51-31. And hit them both. But probably too little too late. (51-32), 3:20 to go. Driving on the far side, shot put up and off the glass and in. Amar Carter with a bucket. 53-32. They just run her off the glass up and no good from Reese Beecham, and Beecham will go to the line to shoot two. Free throw up and no good for Beecham. Beecham hits the second one. 53-33, and a foul going to be called here on the Vipers. I believe they called that on Carson Towers. No, they called an offensive foul on the Mavericks. Okay, Vipers get it back with 3:04 to go, down by 20, 53-33. The inbound pass to Otero, to Hatch. Hatch splits the defense, puts up the runner left side, block, gets it back, battling for it, and has the ball stripped away and stolen by the Mavericks. And now a foul call on the Vipers. A frustrated ball club right now. At the free throw line, Logan Smith. First one no good. On the 1-1, we stay down by 20. Shot from the right side off the iron, no good. The rebound fought for, and the Mavericks come away with it. That could have been called a travel, but instead it's going to be a foul called on the Vipers, I believe, on Charlie Hatch. Hatch a little frustrated. Mavericks fans wanting a technical, but kept it under control. And at the free throw line is Mihir Mapuri. Free throw up and no good. The rebound pulled down by Fletcher. 53-33. That's the score I expected. I expected to see the 53 on the other side of the scoreboard, though. Shut off the iron, no good. Fletcher with the rebound, kicks it back out. Or Friday with the rebound, kicked it back out to Fletcher, who lost another three, and that shot misses as well. Vipers just have not shot well tonight. McNeil, on the other hand, has shot exceptionally well. Good pass there, reverse layup up and in. Malik Morris with the bucket, 55-33. Friday kicks it over near side. Went for three, left side, drains it. Too little, too late, though. Working against the press. And a foul call there by Went with 1:42 to go. One and one coming for Mihir Mapuri. Free throw up and good. Pretty much got to get at least 7 games to get into the playoff consideration. This would have been a good one to steal on the road tonight, a winnable ball game. But the Mavericks had done their job and protected the home court. 1 out of 2, 56-36, 100 seconds to go. Friday over to Hatch. To Friday for three, off the iron, no good. The rebound pulled down by Hatch, gets it back out to Friday. Friday with the runner, off the iron, no good. Nothing is going down. Mapuri with the rebound. Dish over the left side, lost the handle out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Vipers with 1:16 to go. And Coach Ellis has seen enough. Beecham, Postiglione. Tyler Winans checking in. Adam Overhauser checking in. Along with Giesewitz. Over on the far side, Beecham. Shakes off the defense. Good head fake, turnaround jumper, rimmed out, no good. That's been the Vipers' night. Nice move by Beecham, had a clear shot, just couldn't get it to fall. Now backside strip, and instead of a jump ball, they're going to call Beecham for the foul. One minute to go. McNeil winning 2 district games last year, both of them coming at the expense of the Vipers, and they're about to make it 3 in a row here tonight. Free throw up and good from Jared Robbins. Hit them both. Beecham with it. 56 seconds. In the paint. And that ball thrown away. Gitzowitz thought somebody was coming back out to the corner, but nobody was there. Burpuri gets it up to Sean Lynn, who's checked into the game for the Mavericks. That's Lynn with the basketball right there, just over to the near side. Out on top they go to Burpuri. 31 seconds to go. Dribble drive, left side, bounce pass in the paint. Shot no good, but a foul going to be called on Beecham, and that's going to send Makai Morris to the free throw line. Makai Morris hits the free throw. And he hit them both. 60-36. Pass to the near side. Cross court, out on top now to Giesewitz. 14 seconds to go to Winans. Winans swings it over to the near side to Beecham. 10 seconds. Beecham, the runner. Put it up and put it in. Reese Beecham on the board. 1 second, and that is going to do it. Competitive game early, but McNeil opening up a 7-point edge late in the first half and built on that in the third quarter. And it turns into a relative blowout win for the Mavericks here by a final score of 60-38. We'll take an extended break, be back to get the scoring numbers put together, and be back to wrap it up from McNeil High School with the Mavericks getting the win tonight 60-38. We'll be right back for the postgame. Vandergrift Vipers basketball on Vype Live.
What is Vype Live? Vype Live is one of the largest and most respected broadcast and live stream networks in the state of Texas. Vype Live broadcasts any sport you can think of for youngsters of any age, from Pee Wee and Pop Warner to high school, club, college, semi-pro, and beyond. We also broadcast plenty of academic, fine arts, and community-related events as well, and now as partners with Flow Sports. Email us at info@vypemedia.com to find out more. Vype Live. We bring your teams to you.
Texas Malibu is your exclusive dealer for the world's #1 water sports towboats, Malibu. Now with locations in Austin and Texas Ski Ranch in New Braunfels, we cover all of Central Texas. Come see the enthusiasts at Texas Malibu in Austin or Texas Ski Ranch in New Braunfels, or give them a call, 512-244-9777, or visit them online, texasmalibu.com. That's 512-244-9777. Then get on the water with your crew and make memories that'll last a lifetime. When you buy or sell a piece of property, it helps to have a friend in the business. Independence Title will pick up the ball on your transaction and take it right across the goal line. Independence is locally owned right here in Austin with deep roots in the Vandergrift community. Independence is also the Austin Business Journal's #1 title company. Work with the home team at Independence Title. Call 329-5299 or go to independencetitle.com.
Y'all listen up. Let me tell you something about group meals from Rudy's Barbecue. It's got all you need for all the folks you gotta feed, smoked meat, sides, and more. There's everything down to the tablecloth, just like the one that you see at the store. And a bridal shower, it's better than flowers. And a long business meeting, it'll pass the hours. It'll feed all the cousins at a family function. It's better than potluck at a church luncheon. Next time you need to feed 10 or more, call and order a Rudy's group meal.
Next in line.
That come into McNeil High School and drop it 60-38. McNeil Mavericks with a big third quarter to put this one out of reach. The Vipers tried to crawl back within 14 points a couple times, could never get any closer than that. And that's your final score, 60-38. The Mavericks with the big win tonight. For the Mavericks, leading all scorers was Jared Robbins with 21 points on the night. Also in double figures for McNeil was Malik Morris. He had 12. Other scorers included his brother Makai Morris with 8. Mihir Mapuri with 7. 6 points for Jay Gonzalez. 3 points for Logan Smith. And 3 points as well from Amari Carter for the McNeil Mavericks, who are now improved to 7-15, get their first district win of the season as they get ready to take on Round Rock on Tuesday night. For the Vandegrifts Vipers, leading the Vipers in scoring tonight was Nico Otero with 12 points, all from downtown. He was the only Viper in double figures. 5 points for Josh Wint, 7 points for Charlie Hatch, 4 points apiece for Bryce Friday and Luke Murphy, and 3 points apiece for Jake Giesewitz and Reese Beecham late in the ball game for the Vipers, who now dropped to 11-10 overall, 1-2 in district play. And the Vipers will be on the road again on Tuesday night against the Cedar Ridge Raiders in a game that takes on extra critical importance after this game here tonight. This one would have been a good one to steal on the road. Now the Vipers are going to have to get it done on Tuesday night against Cedar Ridge. So I doubt Coach will come out and talk to us tonight. That's going to do it for us tonight. Again, thanks to John Hatch and the Vandegrifts Boys Basketball Booster Club and all the sponsors. Avalar Texas Real Estate and Agent Rhonda Drill. Bradley Basketball, Chicken Express, Cool Creek Family Dental, Gina Ront Realty, Independence Title with Mr. Brian Pittman, EXP Realty with Agent Alicia Gower-Michaud, Malibu Boats, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, South Star Bank, and State Farm Insurance Agent Mr. Gary Shanahan. And again, we'll be back with you Tuesday night from Round Rock as the Vipers will take on the Cedar Ridge Raiders. But for now, on behalf of my broadcast partner, John Hatch, hopefully he'll be back with us next week. Our QA tonight, the coach Les Clary, our technical director, Suna